Hi, this is a short video to run through the main features of the hydrasiege precious metals recovery estimating software. All the numbers, processes, etc. are entirely fictitious in this demonstration. The start page has a home button at the top left hand side, and you'll find this on every page. The big login button in the middle is how you get access to the system. If you're on a smartphone, the page will look smaller and more like this. To get started, click on the sign up button. Type in your email twice, choose a password and type that in twice. You can use your forum username, but this is optional. Finally, you must answer the anti-robot question and tick the agree terms box. You'll be sent an email with a link to confirm your new account. Once you've completed the sign up procedure, you can log into the system with your username or email address and your password. This brings us to the main menu, which has 8 functions. Jobs and estimates is what we'll use most of the time and is for the actual estimating. The next 4 items all relate to costing. My account is where you set your preferences. History is just an activity log and logout is Okay, let's dive straight in and click on jobs and estimates. Click on the blue cross to the left of the search box to add a new job. I'm going to call mine first job and click on save changes. Next, we click on the blue cross on the ore type to select what type of material we're processing. At this point, you can choose to use just your own yield data for free or pay a small fee for using all yield data. Because I have no yield data yet, a warning pops up and all my estimated yields are 0 for this ore. We can delete the ore type from this job by clicking the red cross to the left. Now, if we add the ram sticks again, this time clicking the Buy Global Yield Data box, we now get a yield estimate of 2.37 grams of gold from our 1 kilogram of ram sticks, and also a value in money. We have a 0 cost figure at this stage, more about that later on. Okay, click on Jobs and Estimates again. We see our first job, along with the date, weight of ore, and a blue gear symbol. This means that the job is in progress and not yet finished. When we go into the job, we see that the ram sticks are not finished yet. We click on ram sticks and have the option to record our actual yields, for example 1.95 grams of gold. If we click the Processing Completed box before saving our changes, this part of the job is marked as finished. When we go back to the job, we see that the ram sticks now has a green tick. Now that we have at least one job completed, we can use that data for our next job, and for free. When we add a new job and select ram sticks again, we get our yield value of 1.95 grams. On the list of jobs, we can see that the first job is complete and the second job is in progress. We can easily see that the estimated yield for the second job is based on the actual yield from the previous job or jobs. If we delete those ram sticks from the second job and then add them back, this time choosing the Buy Global Yield Data option, we get a different yield figure. This is because it's based on analysis of all yield data in the system. Some crazy people like to use their own measuring units. In my example, I use kilograms for the ore, euros for the currency and grams for yields. You can change these by clicking on My Account from the main menu to set all your preferences. Here you can set your email, password and username. To the left of all items there's an icon. If you click on it, it will tell you what the box means. Let's select US dollars, pints and troy ounces. A very important setting is how much you actually get paid for your precious metals. For example, if your buyer pays, say, 85% of the spot price for platinum, you can record that here. So, back in our job, we can see that the units have changed and also all the values. To accurately calculate costs, the system needs to know what resources you use and how much each item cost you. This varies wildly between each processor and each country. I'll add in the usual suspects along with how much they cost me and in what units. We can also record their concentration and whether they are a hazard or fire risk. Once that's done, we can define what things we do, also known as operations. Well, we filter stuff, so we generally use up filter papers, say around 2 per pound of ore. Also, you'll need some water to rinse them. Dissolving things in acid will certainly use up some acid. We can define what and how much of each resource we use in each operation. To tie things together, we now define our processes. In this example, we're going to dissolve in hydrochloric, filter, incinerate, dissolve in nitric, filter, incinerate, etc., etc., right through to dropping with sodium metabisulfites. Okay, so now we actually have a process, we just define what process we use for each type of ore. With our process defined, along with the quantities and prices involved, the system can now calculate your cost for processing a particular type of ore. When we create a new job and select RAM sticks, we now have our estimated yield, the money we're likely to get for that much metal, and the costs involved in processing, giving us a more accurate profit figure. Clearly, this is the most important number to know in advance when you're right there at the point of buying your scrap jewellery or e-scrap. Please post comments and questions at refinementofpreciousmetals.com. Thanks for watching.